Hey guys, Ollie from Pingfluence here, back with another quick tip. Now, a question we get asked probably the most is how should I set up my tiers for my offers? Now, a tier is simply the way you can structure what content requirements you want depending on their followers. And it is important because, for example, if you're asking for a reel for someone with 1 million followers, often they expect to be paid for that. So they might not necessarily go for it, but you still want to attract them to the offer. So if we have a look at some of these offers here, we'll go through to the content section. You'll see we have tiers. Now, we automatically set tiers based on what we see works. So you naturally can just use those off the bat. But how it works is you'll see here, the first tier is for 0 followers and above. So that just means, right, for anyone with 0 to the next tier, which is 10K, we want a reel and 3 stories. Now, if they have a smaller following, you can ask for more. However, we recommend giving it a test. So use the template that comes through when you create an offer, but play around with it because, for example, if your offer isn't seeing too much traction, you can maybe bump the requirements down. If it sees lots of traction, demand, you can up the content requirements. But the most important thing is just play around with it because what works for someone might not work for someone else. It is super easy to configure. You just click this button here, set the requirements. So reel, you'll see this little toggle here that says and. So you can say 1 reel or 2 stories or 1 reel and, or a TikTok. And then you just change the macro and micro level there. Super simple. And you can even configure tiers specifically for +1s. They can have custom package names, and you can even have special requests. So my advice is always play around with it. For larger creators, you want to ask for less and you can maybe offer more. But the main thing, test it out, see what works for you, and watch them roll in.